Welcome to the first full-length ML Capital podcast, Invested in You. Here we have Kristina Kardum. She is from Western. Could you tell us a little bit about your program and what you're interested in?
Well, first off, let's give a round of applause that I finally made it. Woo!
Welcome to the podcast.
Hey guys, I'm Kristina. I'm a third-year student, business management at Western, specializing in consumer behavior. Huge passion towards marketing. That's why I'm here today.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
She also runs the Instagram for ML Capital.
Yeah, so you're finally getting to meet the face behind the marketing team. So I would love to just start. What made you interested in marketing? Was there any catalyst that brought you to the business world?
Just for me, ever since probably elementary school, I've been really super business minded, and I love how advertising has worked and just kind of really diving into how consumers make purchases. Mm-hmm. I'm also kind of very artistic, so I like to make posters. I like posting on social media, so that's been a huge aspect of why I want to go into marketing.
Did you start with the marketing side, or did you go to Western for something else and then switch into marketing?
No, so how the program works is you basically are doing what you guys are doing, business management, and then you can pick a specialization. So unfortunately, Western actually doesn't have marketing. It's called consumer behavior.
Okay.
So that's kind of why I chose that route. I'm not really finance related. I'm being really honest.
Which is what we want.
I love though how I'm learning about it though, through you guys and through ML Capital. There's the plug.
Yeah.
But just I like marketing, and I like seeing kind of the different lens and seeing businesses through that.
Yeah, we kind of have a similar thing at UTM, but we either pick commerce or management, and then if you pick commerce, then you pick your specialist. Yeah. So we either go marketing, accounting, finance, or we do a marketing specialist or management specialist.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm doing a management specialist.
Yeah. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah. The Instagram, ML Capital Instagram, maybe a lot of our viewers have seen the Instagram, hopefully. That was almost all you, including the current February challenge that's going on right now. You've kind of been the face and the idea, the brain, with Juan, of course, behind some marketing campaigns at ML Capital, and you've been doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
There was a couple, at Western, you've also been in charge of a couple other marketing campaigns or ideas. What kind of gives you the motivation or what sparks your ideas for these campaigns?
I think for me, a lot of what brands are doing right now is that they're really assessing their social media, right? So a lot of people have these social media campaigns, but they don't really know how to promote to the right niche. So we really have to really target on our audience, which is university students, and that's why ML Cap Instagram is going to be rebranded soon.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. I know from the the more of the social media side, not from the brand's perspective, but actually the creator's perspective on this. Very, very strange. The whole environment of doing brand deals and stuff is very weird.
Can we talk a little bit about your TikTok there?
Yeah. We can lightly touch on it.
Yeah.
But it's very interesting in how brands are also moving to smaller creators as well. I've seen a big push away from your massive mainstream creators to small niche creators, because people perceive them as being more authentic just because they're tiny. It's a really weird thing. I don't know if anyone's noticed that.
No, I have. There are, on TikTok, you'll see ads from people who have 10,000 followers. Yeah. And I almost trust them more because they're just a normal person. Yeah. Right? They don't have this massive following. They're not above any of us. They're just a person who seems to like this product.
Yeah. So it seems like more of a targeted push. I also think that it's interesting, you could probably make the argument that they're actually getting a better deal as well. Mm-hmm. Okay, you go to let's see, Marcus Brownlee. How much money do you think he has to be getting paid? Probably $100,000 per. Yep. If that's minimum. Yeah. Per video he makes on a specific product. Yeah. And he probably reaches
20 million.
Yeah,
30 million?
I don't know the exact numbers, but in the millions. Now,
Yeah.
if you were to cut that up and pay a bunch of tiny creators what you would have paid him, I bet you could reach more people.
Yeah, and that's a strategy that companies are implementing, and I'm curious if that's the way that it's going to be in the future, or if it doesn't end up working out as well.
I don't know.
A lot of logistics go into these small creators.
I don't really know how great social media marketing through creators is in general. I don't know if I've personally ever bought something through a targeted ad.
That's true.
I usually buy things through.
That's interesting because all girls do that.
Oh, but like,
well, we're talking about influencers.
But no, like,
Maybe I have.
have you seen
Yeah.
everything that goes on the For You page on TikTok always trends? Like, say, makeup product, for example. Okay, I'm going to be
Okay.
like, I list some feminine makeup products.
Okay.
But for example, like the Dior lip gloss,
Okay.
really popular. It's really expensive too. You buy it from Sephora, you buy it from Shoppers, whatever. Sold out in stores because everyone's buying it through TikTok and
Wow.
everyone's
Okay.
posting about it.
Yeah.
And these are all influencers and all these small creators who are posting about it.
Yeah.
And then it sells out and no one can buy it anymore.
So maybe I'm coming at it from the wrong sort of side. Because I really don't know. Maybe I have and I don't even know. And maybe that's how good the marketing is. But I swear, usually as soon as I hear someone say like, oh, I skip.
Like a this is an ad.
Yeah. Like they have to really hide
I do
it.
skip some ads like
Yeah.
when I'm like scrolling. But like for me, like if I see something and I'm like, oh, like
Yeah, true.
It looks good.
Well,
it looks good. Like she's obviously telling me that it's a
Yeah.
good product.
Yeah.
I'm kind of more obligated to like look into it.
I think I want to say that makeup's kind of a different beast because the
True.
content is around reviewing. It's kind of like tech. It's kind of like Marcus Brownlee, actually.
Yeah.
I would expect a lot more people to convert through a Marcus Brownlee video to buying an electronic than someone hearing a NordVPN 5-second ad in the middle of a 3-hour podcast.
Yeah. Now that you brought up like tech, there have been times where like I don't think Marquez Brownlee specifically, but like a tech influencer will do an ad, and I trust them for like a speaker, right? Like I bought that JBL Flip 6. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos on that. It's not exactly influencer marketing, but it's, it could be. One of those videos that I watched might have been a targeted ad.
So maybe it works in a industry where or not even an industry, but like a type of content, a category where the content is reviewing. Because what are you doing in those makeup, like the makeup creators? They're just, I don't know, but I would assume they're doing reviews. Like
they're doing the reviews, trying on the product.
So they're actually using it.
Yeah, comparing it to different products.
Yeah, okay.
Which is a huge thing for makeup reviewers and like these influencers, right? Because they're like, oh, if, for example, Jeffree Star, for example, or James Charles says that your product is not good, no one's going to buy it.
Yeah, okay, so that's much different than what I would traditionally see as like a small creator makes a little ad for a company and puts it in part of a thing. You know what I'm saying? 20-minute video, 2 minutes of ad.
Yeah.
They get paid for the video.
Yeah.
But they have to be converting. Brands wouldn't be paying the amount of money they're paying unless they would. So that's interesting.
Yeah. Really shows the importance of marketing in a company and all the different strategies that a company can implement to try to target their customers.
Yeah.
One company that hasn't necessarily been doing the best recently would be Lululemon.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. So they are actually going through a lawsuit right now.
They are?
Yeah. Lululemon, in the investor fund, we actually invested in Lululemon about a month ago.
Yeah.
Since then, they are down 4.5%.
And we couldn't have expected it.
We couldn't have expected it. It was a lawsuit from a Vancouver nonprofit company called Stand.Earth.
Yeah.
They filed a complaint with the Bureau of Competition because they ran an ad campaign in 2020 stating its plans to reduce carbon emissions. Guess what? Lululemon has not reduced their carbon emissions. In fact, they've grown by 130%.
Wow.
So this nonprofit has been filing a lawsuit against the company that we just invested in.
Damn it.
Oh, no.
So and most of this emissions were due to fossil fuels in the supply chain. So
Here's a great question. And now maybe I'm a pessimist. Maybe
Tell
it
us.
is. Maybe it is what it is.
Tell us.
Do you know a single person that is now going to buy a pair of spandex because the commercial they watched said that they were cutting emissions?
I think it's more of like brand reputation. It's boosting the reputation
Exactly.
of the brand in your head of Lululemon, so that the next time that you have the choice between a Lululemon and something else, you're going to think Lululemon is the better option, not only for the environment, but for blah, 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 blah.
I'm a big Lulu stan.
Right?
I
And
love
you are.
Lululemon.
It's literally all I wear.
I'm wearing Lululemon
I'm
right
wearing
now.
Lululemon too.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, and we can tell.
And we can tell.
We can tell. We can tell. But
Yeah.
so they're out on a statement they made in 2020.
Yeah, because they didn't follow through.
Well, did the statement suggest when they were going to cut emissions?
It stated that the company was greenwashing because they were stating that they were becoming a greener company when in fact they were not over 4 years, right?
Okay.
So it didn't give a timeline, but they did not become better.
They're just lying.
They became
Somebody
worse.
needs to invent a way for businesses to like reduce their packaging though, because
Oh, true.
That's a lot of it.
with a summer job, I worked at Golf Town. The packaging, like seeing all this stuff in the back,
Yeah.
I was so shocked.
It's nuts.
Really, eh?
It's so many boxes, so much plastic.
Yeah.
Each shirt,
Yeah.
plastic sheet,
Yeah.
plastic
Really?
sheet, plastic sheet.
Really?
And I'm like, you're killing trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's nuts.
It's going back in the garbage. It's just so much. It's so wasteful.
Yeah.
You know.
The same problem they had at National Sports when I worked there as well.
Oh, yeah?
Like,
Yeah.
Very similar
Yeah.
on that. Yeah.
but at the same time, what
What is it? What else?
do you do?
Someone's gonna invent a new idea.
It's gotta
Come
be
on,
Yeah,
you
it's
have
got-
capital brains.
It's gotta
Yeah.
be. It's gotta be completely new because I can't think of a.
completely new and a huge risk.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. But the first company that does it, they're not going to be like Lulu. Their stock price is going to go.
What do you think they could do? Like
It's going to be like a cardboard.
It's gonna be like a
Like a paper
biodegradable,
product.
something we
like,
haven't done before. A cardboard.
Well, it's going to be like a
That's a good idea.
gotta
like
be
a
like a-
paper product.
biodegradable product that
Yeah.
like I don't know
Ah.
something along those
Jack,
Something
we
that's
won.
still cheap.
We won a case competition.
lines.
about-
Cheap, easy to
yeah.
make.
Yeah, we won a case competition about this.
About
There is a
being
type
green.
of cup. You know when you go and now they have paper straws, but you know when you get a
Which
cup.
I hate.
I know. It's too bad they're not great,
it's yeah.
and I don't want to be the paper straw guy.
They get
Yeah.
super soggy, and
Oh.
then you can't like sip your drink.
and if you
Your Coke or whatever.
if you
Yeah.
touch it with your teeth, it's like it gives you like a
Like an
like a
Oh, I agree
Yeah.
with that.
like a nail on the chalkboard feeling.
But like you were saying, Jack, we did win a case competition about bamboo straws, bamboo cups.
Yeah.
So maybe this bamboo, because right now in China there's actually an excess supply of bamboo.
Do we have a prototype in the works?
Not from us, but we're hoping that you guys.
We have a
do.
supplier.
We have a supplier.
We have a
which is-
couple suppliers actually.
Yeah.
And we pitched it, and from our estimations, we could actually cut costs on what they're paying currently for cups.
Yeah.
But not only that, they could make their cups
Last
what's
long?
it considered? Green.
Yeah.
Green. They're green
Biodegradable.
cups.
Yeah.
They're green cups.
Yeah.
And because of the excess of bamboo, there's definitely a supply there.
Yeah. Fantastic. Do you want to talk about another company that we invested in?
Which one?
Let's talk about Shopify.
Okay.
So they released earnings
Yeah.
about a week and a half ago. Q4 revenue was 24% higher than the year previous.
We love it.
Right? Fantastic. $2.1 billion in revenues.
And was it immediate pop right then?
An immediate fall.
No.
Yeah.
No, we bought it. It popped. I thought.
We bought it. It's now down 7.8%
Wait,
this month.
it dropped after the pop.
I'm a little unsure.
There was a pop.
There was a
what
pop?
Shopify is completely. So
Oh, let's talk about
can
Shopify.
Somebody tell me what it is.
Of course.
Yeah.
So e-commerce, right? We're thinking of like an Amazon.
Right. That's what I thought.
Yeah. The difference between Shopify and Amazon
Canadian.
is it's Canadian.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's almost Canada's largest company, I believe.
Yeah, one of them.
One of them. But it's targeted more towards like businesses rather than consumers.
Yeah.
So you can actually create your own Shopify store. Like if we were to sell
yeah.
ML Capital merch, we would put it on Shopify
Oh, cool.
for then customers to also buy. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
very cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's what it's like.
It like generates a storefront and then runs all the back end for companies, so they don't have to have a team of people doing it themselves.
Yeah. So there was a pop. You're right, Jack. Because the revenues were 24% higher. The reason that it's down now was because the CEO of Shopify, they hopped on a call and they stated that they were going to be increasing their marketing budget. Okay? Why is this so bad? The market, I know, right? They're increasing their marketing. The market expectations was that Shopify was going to continue their revenue growth while cutting costs. And now the fact that they're stopping the cost cutting and actually starting to increase their fixed costs, market didn't like that. Down 7.8%. So once again, we were expecting good growth from Shopify, and that's what we hit. What we didn't expect was that increase in costs.
Now that 8% jump, little bit of an overcorrection. I don't think that I think that they've definitely overcorrected. I really don't think that an increased marketing budget calls for an 8% dip unless the marketing budget increase that he was talking about was huge. It might just be more of a investor sentiment? Yeah, investor sentiment.
And maybe you're right because it has popped and it's gone up 1.6% today.
Great.
Right? So I think we're already on that quick recovery. We have no problem with Shopify and we're going to keep our holding.
Just going up.
Yeah.
It's just going to keep going up.
As someone in the marketing side of things, the marketing field, the marketing area,
the marketing land,
what's your opinion on Super Bowl commercials?
Oh,
are they worth the money?
Are they worth the Kristina money?
Are they worth it, Kristina?
It's a really good question. I honestly do think they're worth it though.
Yeah. Okay. I think so too. I saw a thing
because millions of people watch the Super Bowl,
and then after the Super Bowl, it trends on YouTube.
It's actually at this point now it's almost people go to watch the commercials.
It's just so much exposure for your brand that if you have even a 10-second clip, like people will remember that.
So I don't know.
It's a part of the whole Super Bowl experience too, right?
Yeah.
Like from someone, I don't really enjoy watching football, but I watch the Super Bowl, and so I saw all the different ads.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so now Bud Light, all those companies that were promoting through the advertisements, I'm more likely to be like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that ad for the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys saw. It was not in every state. We're also not from the States, but during the Super Bowl. Controversial figure Kanye West.
That's right.
I didn't see this.
Spent $7 million on an ad that only showed up in certain states because he couldn't pay for like the full thing, I guess.
Yes, and it was 30 seconds.
30 seconds. It was an iPhone video recording of him just talking.
Yeah.
And
I did not see
paid
this.
$7 million for it.
Yeah.
I immediately thought that's a great commercial.
Yeah.
Honestly, my first opinion. It's so different from all these high budget.
Yes.
And then there's a guy on an iPhone.
Yeah.
Just going, buy my clothes, please.
Yes.
But he spent $7 million on it.
I like that.
It was crazy. And I saw a stat. He converted 19 million into revenue.
Yes.
Off that ad.
Not only that though, he sold all of the products on his website were the exact same price. Okay? So whether you're buying a shoes, a shirt, anything, it was all the exact same price. Now, what I saw and why this is so relevant was that now he saw what sold out first, right? So price was not a factor. It was what did people want, right? And it was the shoes. The shoes sold out first, right? And so now for the next product launch, he knows, okay, I'm going to spend more of my time and energy creating and working on the shoes because that's what most people want. And you're not going to, overbuy on the socks, and the socks don't sell very much.
Yeah, and because of the and I hope everyone knows a little bit about stats, but because of the amount of people he converted, I think 226,000 people saw the ad and went and bought off the Super Bowl commercial. That's a massive sample size. Like you're not only getting you're getting like really good data, hard data, and like Jack said, with a $20 price, you're getting exactly what people wanted. So I think cool play. Don't like the dude. Cool play though.
Yeah.
Good question though. Also to add on, the two other than the Super Bowl, the other best day for marketing is Valentine's Day.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Marketing to all the guys out there?
Yeah, there's just it's a whole marketing scheme, Valentine's Day.
Who spends more money? on Valentine's Day?
That's a great
Can
question.
we get a gender breakdown on
Let me
who
get a
spends more
quick
money?
little live.
Can we get a
gender
demographic breakdown?
Male
Let's see.
demographic.
You think so?
What country
100%.
spends the most? What's the...
That's
The
the
country?
US.
Oh, US.
That's easy.
You think?
I think it is going to be the men.
But what about the French love?
So men do spend more,
Okay.
$200 plus.
Whoa.
That's a lot.
Millennials are the biggest spenders.
Okay.
They plan to spend around $300 every Valentine's
Wow.
Day.
Okay, I did not know
That's
that.
too much.
I don't know about you, Jack. I did not spend $300
I did.
this Valentine. No,
I did.
Yeah, I mean, so did I.
I spent $0.
Wow.
40% of that is on flowers, on average.
Okay, yeah.
30% on
Wait,
a
hold
evening
up.
out,
Hold up.
Chocolate?
on average.
Hold up.
That's a lot.
40. What's 40% of 300?
It's like $120. Flowers are very expensive.
I no.
Depending
they're
on
not.
the bouquet and
You can
all
go to
that.
Metro.
Metro,
Well,
you can buy $20
That's
bouquets.
why. That's why
Metro-
we're not great.
Metro flowers are great.
Are they?
Is that,
Yeah.
where, is that where you bought them?
Is that
Jack?
a money
I
saving
know.
tip?
I bought them from a boutique.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
Fancy.
Yeah.
22% on jewelry, 30% on a night out.
Okay, what about chocolate?
I can see a night out costing that much.
Yeah.
I'm a night out flowers girl. I
Yeah.
think.
Yep, that's very
I
good.
think that's the way to go.
Yep, that's very good. I'm glad that's what I did.
Did you?
Yes. Why are you acting
Good work.
concerned?
You're right. You did it. You did.
Why do you act
No, you did. I'm
confused?
just asking if you did.
And 94% of Americans believe in true love. So there you go. That's great. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
What about French? I want to see the French.
the French?
I want to see how much they spend. Because if they don't, we're revoking their pass to call it the City of Love.
Okay, let's see.
We're getting rid of that title.
Average
Maybe-
spent $10.
Maybe
Oh
I'm
my
joking.
God.
I'm joking.
Maybe
I'm
I
joking.
lied too. Maybe Boxing Day is another day for a lot of marketing.
That's true. That's a great
What
one.
about Christmas?
And Christmas too, but I think more the after.
Oh.
The
Oh.
aftermath. They want to sell everything out.
Dude, yeah, that's a whole debacle.
In 2021, France had the biggest spending day on Valentine's
I told
Day
you.
gifts.
I called it.
2 billion
I
euros.
knew.
2 billion euros were spent
I
Wow.
knew it.
on one day.
All right, they get to keep the City of Love. They get to
can
keep it.
They can keep it.
I was wrong.
Okay.
Amazing.
That's great.
But
Amazing.
Valentine's Day isn't actually a holiday.
You're
No.
right.
It's just like a.
That's
It's
a
just a
straight.
day.
It's a straight marketing play.
It is. That's
It
why.
is. I like that. That's great.
But you could say the same thing about Christmas. No, you can't.
Christmas
is a holiday.
holiday.
Yeah,
But is it
it is.
okay? But how long before Valentine's Day becomes a holiday? Why isn't it
How
a
long
holiday?
has Valentine's Day been around? Can you?
Why is it not a holiday?
It's not a holiday.
But why
and
not?
I don't.
Yeah, let's get it off. Come on,
I need the date though.
let's get a day off. Oh yeah, I didn't. Don't fucking look at me like that. All right, that's a cut. This little area is a little cut. It's a little cut. It's a
You
little
said,
cut.
"Don't get me off like that,"
I know.
and then swore.
I know. A buckle. See, but how long are we in? Because that was pretty late into the game.
We are. Doesn't say. 25 minutes.
That's good. 25
very
minutes
good.
before the first slip up.
Yeah. Okay. Back in.
Okay.
Valentine's Day has been around since the 14th century. So that's
Oh, it's been a
Oh,
while.
700
then.
years. Is that, if
That's
Okay, so
good.
then can somebody make it a holiday?
Yeah. So that's only like 1,400 years older than Christmas,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. that's
But
not
did they
bad.
even celebrate Christmas the day after Christ died?
I couldn't tell you.
And the next question is Easter? Easter's a holiday too, actually.
Easter is a
Sure
holiday.
is.
Wow.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Now, do you guys... Now we're not talking about...
Do you want me to bring it back real
Yeah,
quick?
bring it back. I was
Okay.
going to start asking you, do you paint real eggs?
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
On
Used
Easter?
to.
Let's bring it back.
Okay, let's bring it
Kristina,
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, S&P growth, the market ended up 26.6% last year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? Absurd, right?
Absurd.
Now, of this growth, there were 7 stocks that were responsible for almost all of it.
Let me
Okay?
try and guess.
Can Jack guess the 7 stocks?
Okay.
Yes, I think he can do it all.
Wait, can Christina?
Actually, can you?
Oh God.
7
Seven.
stocks.
Can you guys give me like some industries?
If you get
Tech.
3 right, you win.
Apple,
Almost all tech. Apple is 1,
Amazon.
2,
Wow. Okay, we're making it 5. You have to get 5 to
5
win.
of the
Is there
7.
more tech?
It's almost all tech.
Think.
You know, like, come on.
You guys are really putting me on the
You
spot.
guys at home, what do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. 7, the Magnificent 7 is what they're called. Do you want me to give you a hint?
Sure.
Microsoft.
Oh, Microsoft.
That's not a hint. You just gave it to her.
Microsoft. I don't know any.
Elon Musk.
Oh my God. Tesla.
Tesla. AI chips.
I wouldn't know.
AI chips is
I
a
don't know
tough one.
AI chips.
That's a company we only know because
I
of
would
people
not know.
always
Maybe
talk.
a search engine?
Oh, Google.
Google.
There you go.
Yeah,
Woo!
that was 5. The other 2, Meta and Nvidia.
There's no way I would have known those.
That's okay. Meta is Facebook.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that rebrand is not good.
Not
What do you think
the
about that
best.
rebrand?
Not good.
Meta sucks.
I hardly
Also-
go on Twitter though.
And Twitter sucks too. X, not good.
Every once
No.
in a while I'll go on it. I see like what's trending, but
I've never been on Facebook.
Have you
Facebook
been on
I
Twitter?
have for like
I have been on Twitter,
Family.
unfortunately.
keeping contact with like fam.
Yeah, that's fair.
Have you been on? Yeah, that's the only thing Facebook's
It's the
good
only
for.
thing good.
Because the only people on it are
Or when people say
Family.
happy birthday on your timeline.
Yes,
I love
absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
So let me just give you a little backstory. All right.
Sure.
These Magnificent 7, they've been around since 2021. At least they've been called the Magnificent 7 since 2021. And they're called that because they all grow together. They're all primarily tech focused.
Mm-hmm.
And so when, AI hype builds, they all grow together. And they've all
Exactly.
been growing out of proportion compared to other companies.
They're all competing with each other too.
They are all competing with each other, but they all benefit from the same catalysts.
Yeah.
Now, 2024, they're starting to split up. Okay? This is a big breakup. We were talking about Valentine's Day. This is the biggest breakup of 2024.
Wow. Round of applause
That
for
was
that.
amazing.
Yeah. Nvidia and Meta are up on the year. Okay? Nvidia's up 51%
Yeah.
in the past 2 months.
2 months?
Yeah. Yep.
What are we doing?
Meta, which is Facebook, is up 37%. And this is because the optimism around AI. Okay. Apple down 2% because of Chinese restrictions on selling iPhones. We could talk a
Okay.
little bit about that. And Tesla is down 20% year to date because they're being undercut by BYD, a Chinese electric vehicle company,
Which we called.
we called
it here.
we called it here.
Also, if you ask me, Tesla is so overhyped with their valuation that
Yeah.
like they need to come down
Yeah.
before I start to lose faith in the markets at all.
Yeah, their PE ratio was absolutely absurd. Right now it's 45, which is still very high.
Oh yeah, this is the correction, and it's still 45.
Yeah, so
Yikes.
it's very high. PE ratio, for those who don't know, price to earnings. So for every $1 of Tesla earnings, if you were to buy the share price, you're paying $45.
Yeah, it's essentially trying to figure out if the company is overvalued, the market value versus
Yeah, so you're
what
paying
their earnings are
45 times what the company is
actually making.
actually making. So the higher the PE ratio, the more overvalued the
And
company typically is.
You would expect a high PE ratio from more tech
Yeah, it's very
focused
optimistic,
companies,
you know.
especially right now because of all the AI stuff
Yeah.
and how Tesla isn't considered an auto manufacturer. They're considered a data company, right?
Yeah, that's right.
What do you guys think about Teslas?
I love them.
I
Honestly.
think the car itself or
Car
the
itself.
company.
Car itself.
I've
Oh,
only been in one once, and I loved it.
So I think that they were awesome when they first came out and they were the only electric car that could get anywhere. Now, for the price of the car, I think it is a bucket of bolts.
Well,
Everything about it is, unless they've fixed it since the last Tesla I've been in, and I actually watched a bunch. Now we're going back to Marquez Brownlee. I love watching when people get inside their car and like push things
yep, and it
and
does.
see if it makes noises.
Yeah.
All of the body panels on Teslas are like misshapen.
They pop,
They
yeah.
pop wrong. There's like noises. It's all plastic.
Yeah.
It's definitely not like getting in a Maybach, right?
Where everything is very.
Yeah, and when you're dropping over $100,000 on a Model X, that's their
yeah,
swing door one, right?
That's the one.
You want to have something that's a bit more quality, in my
Very true.
opinion.
And they have cut prices. They've cut prices on their vehicles
Nah.
from about they have.
Yeah, they have,
4
but
to
because they
10.
had to.
But
Because
they had
the
to.
government stopped giving them such a big subsidy.
That's right. So
Or
they had to cut.
subsidy.
Exactly. So once that stopped, they did cut prices on average, between $4,000 and $10,000 for their different models. And the market didn't like that either, obviously, because that directly cuts into the bottom line.
Which, by the way, is another bone I have to pick, not with Tesla, but the owner, Elon Musk. I find it so hypocritical the way he talks about politics, and then his company is only viable because of government subsidies.
That's true.
It makes no sense to me. And it's not just one company that he owns
Yeah.
that's only viable because of government subsidies.
So is SpaceX.
He owns SpaceX.
Yeah. And that's all government funded.
So
Well, not all, but
I don't know. And
Yeah.
you pair that with fake buying Twitter and then being told he has to by the SEC. I really don't think he's the tech genius that everyone wants to make him out. I think he's really good at he's really good at hiring smart people. And he's got the money and capital to do crazy things.
Yeah.
And he's so focused on becoming famous that I think it's tarnishing what he had.
Yeah. His
I agree.
his
To be
tweets
honest.
on Twitter can't say that they're necessarily beneficial
No.
for his existing companies.
No.